Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well. So, I myself am a sex worker, and a lot of girls come to me for advice on what they should do when they're doing sex work. So, I thought it would be best to make a video with all the tips and advice I have to offer. So, before I get this video started, I just want to start by saying that the information I am about to provide is by no means for anyone under the age of 18. Sex work should be done by adults and adults only. If you are 16, 17, I understand that you may think that this is a lucrative opportunity for you, but it is illegal, and I by no means want to condone that or have any of my followers thinking that doing sex work as a minor is okay. It's not. But that being said, let's get started. So, if you've been following me for a while, you probably know that a few years ago I actually did make a video on YouTube on how to be a sugar baby and how to avoid getting scammed and how to pull some scams yourself. There's also guys who are just trying to get free stuff out of you, but they don't necessarily offer you money. They just say they want a sample. Do I look like a motherfucking mall food court? There are no free samples. But that video is a few years old. It's a bit outdated. So I just wanted to give a few more new tips from what I've learned since that old video. So first, I'm going to start with my roots, and that is the information that I have on being a sugar baby. Now, the first thing that I want to tell you is that a lot of girls come to me asking, how do I find a sugar daddy? Where do I find a sugar daddy? I know you've been a sugar baby in the past. I know you've sugared before. How did you find these guys? I cannot tell you how to find sugar daddies because I have not found one myself. They find me. Now, the best thing I can offer you is to just put yourself out there. Dating sites, sugaring sites, Kick is very helpful for joining chat rooms and things like that. Maybe possibly even join some Discord servers or some subreddits. There's lots of different avenues for attracting a man to be your sugar daddy. But the thing is, a man is not going to want a woman that, puts herself out there to be a sugar baby. If a man wants to be a sugar daddy, he's going to get on whatever app or whatever he wants to look for women on, and he's going to find a woman that suits him, okay? He's going to pick you. You don't have to find him. If you're cut out for this, they'll find you. I have found a lot of men through Tinder. Surprisingly, a lot of people think that you can't find one on Tinder because it's not a site for that. But a lot of men on there have, matched with me, and we got to talking, and they offered me this for that. So dating sites can be very helpful. The one piece of advice I can offer you for, finding a sugar baby, or I'm sorry, a sugar daddy on a dating app or dating website is to possibly change your age filter, your age restrictions. So you're seeing men that are 18 to 25, whatever age group. Maybe, raise the age limitations so that you're seeing more older men in your dating pool. Because who's going to be more likely to shower you with money and gifts? An 18-year-old or a 42-year-old? Now, another thing I get a lot of requests for advice on and tips for, a lot of messages that I get are people asking me, is this guy a scammer? Someone will DM me, say, hey, I think I might have found a sugar daddy, but I need your help. He's saying this, that, and the other, but I'm not so sure. I think it's a scam. Please don't send me those kind of messages because 10 times out of 10, it is a scam. If you are skeptical about it, most likely it is a scam. If it sounds fishy, sounds too good to be true, sounds suspicious in any way, it is a scam. I've told many girls this many times, and for whatever reason, people don't listen to me and they still get their hopes up about this random spam account offering them $500 a week out of the blue. Baby, that's a scam. Nobody's going to offer you $500 a week out of the blue for no reason in exchange for nothing. That's a scam, baby. That's a scam. Use your brain cells. So I've come across a lot of scams in my life. I have personally gotten scammed, but I was able to turn that around and get the money back for myself. But because of my experience, I'm familiar with a lot of scams, so I'm going to break down a few common types of scams that you might come across. So the most popular one is guys offering you X amount of dollars per week. They'll just come from whatever, service you're on. There's a lot of them here on social media, on dating apps. I've come across a lot of them in my Kik chats for sugar babies, but the most common scammer is the guy that messages you out of nowhere. His profile doesn't look too legit. He doesn't have a lot of information about himself, probably using some random old white guy's picture that he found on Facebook, and probably even made a whole account dedicated to impersonating this person just to give people, the impression that he is a legitimate sugar daddy. But what they'll do is they'll message you and they'll be like, "Hey baby, you're so beautiful. I'm a sugar daddy and I'm thinking about giving you $500 a week. All I need is your trust. Can I trust you? Are you gonna be loyal?" And all this other stuff. And most girls who have never been a sugar baby before, they're going to try to jump on that opportunity because it sounds amazing. Who would turn down $500 a week for, just, maybe some conversations or not really doing anything at all? Most people wouldn't, but I'm going to tell you, most men are not going to offer you that. Being a sugar baby is not, as luxurious as a lot of people think. It's not always just, an older gentleman taking you on vacations and buying you fancy gifts and, designer clothes and taking you out to nice dinners. Sometimes it's as simple as like, a guy somehow finds you and you're long distance. So he gives you X amount of dollars to video chat with him or sext him. Being a sugar baby is not just all about being spoiled. It goes both ways. You have to put in effort if you want the money. I mean, there are some women who are fortunate enough to have men be so in awe by their beauty that they just want to spoil them and give them gifts just because they're beautiful. And, I've had it happen to me before. I've made thousands of dollars off guys just, wanting to be like, "Hey, I really like you. I'm going to give you this money. You're so beautiful. Can I send you some money?" It happens. I mean, but there's no algorithm, there's no equation for it. I can't tell you what I'm doing right or wrong to attract these men. You just get lucky. Back to my point though. These scammers, they'll say, "I have $500 a week for you. I'm going to give you $500 a week. I just need to trust you," and all this other stuff. Also, "I need your bank account information so my account manager can do whatever he does to send you the money." Whenever you start hearing stuff like that, that's how you know it's a scam. It is 2020. No one on the planet, not even your technology inept grandmother, needs your bank account information to send you money in 2020. We have PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay. I'm not sure if you can pay people through Samsung Pay, but that might also be an option. There's Snap Cash. You can pay people on Facebook. None of these avenues require your bank information. The most invasive one is Zelle, and that's just because it sends the money directly to your bank, but all you require is the person's email or phone number. So if anyone ever approaches you asking for your bank account information in order to send you money, they are a scammer. They're just trying to get your bank account information to do this, because it happened to me, so I know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to say, "My account manager is going to deposit this check in your account for you because, he's claiming to be some, businessman, and he has all these people working for him, and he wants you to be his sugar baby but can't find time to send the money himself, so he's going to have his account manager do it." His account manager doesn't exist. He's going to deposit a fake check in your account. Then he's going to make up some sob story about, "Oh, I accidentally sent you too much. I meant to, send some of that to my daughter for her tuition or for my mom for her hospital bills." Then he's going to ask you to send a portion of the money back. Most banks will accept a check that you deposited through e-deposit. They'll accept it, put the funds in your account, and 2 days later, when they realize that check is not a real check, that money is going to bounce right back out of your account. So when that happens, you'll have sent this man this money that doesn't exist, and you will be left with a negative balance in your bank account, and he will be off wherever. So do not give anyone on the internet, sugar daddy or otherwise, your bank account information. It's just stupid. That's the first thing you learn when you become, financially independent. When you sign up for a bank account, they say, don't give this information to anyone, ever. Always follow that rule. It's there for a reason. Another type of scam I've commonly come across as a sex worker is a lot of men trying to get free content or promising you payment for content after you send it. A lot of people do this because what I found is a lot of guys will, get in these kick group chats or use Tinder or Bumble and have the feature that lets you swipe on people from all over the world, and they're most likely from a country where pornography is illegal, and so they cannot obtain it through the internet like me and you can just search up Pornhub, find all the porn we want. So they can use Kik, though, they can use Facebook, they can use social media. So they get online, find girls who are sex workers, and try to get content from them for free. They'll say, oh, I want this, that, and this. How much? Okay, yeah, I'll pay you afterwards because I think you're going to scam me. No. Do not give anyone any content, anything, unless it is a sample that you are okay giving out. Don't give anyone any content before you get your payment, because I promise you, some people, you might come across someone who's just, wary about getting scammed, because I've come across a lot of guys who are very wary about getting scammed, and so they wanted content first or something first to know that I was going to send it, because there are women who do that. I've done it before too, because sometimes I get too lazy, don't want to take a new picture or video, so I'm just like, yeah, send me the $10, I'll send it, and then block them. It's $10. Anyways, just don't give anyone any content without them paying for it first, okay? Very important. That's how you lose money. Okay, so there's probably a bunch of different other types of scams out there, some that I know of, some that I don't, but here's my last and final, scam that you might come across. A lot of guys will try to say they're a sugar daddy and then say, oh, I need you to buy, an iTunes gift card or a Walmart gift card or a Visa gift card so I can do X, Y, and Z with it. If you are a sugar baby and you're talking to a legitimate sugar daddy, why would you have to pay for anything? That's the whole point, is that you don't pay for anything and he takes the financial burden away from him or away from you in exchange for some sexual favors. That's how it works. So I don't know why so many people have come to me asking me, hey, I think I found a sugar daddy, but he's saying that I need to pay for this iTunes gift card so he can do this. Why would you even, go through the process of looking at this conversation, screenshotting it, and sending it to me, all while not thinking, hey, maybe I shouldn't just bother her because this probably is a scam. So, I appreciate the fact that you guys come to me and you think so highly of me that you want advice, but please ask yourself some questions about whether or not this seems fishy before you message me, because it gets exhausting having to answer the same questions over and over again. Okay, so that's just about all the scams that I know of or that I would recommend that you stay on the lookout for. And those are the most common ones that I've seen. So let's move on to, the good stuff, the fun stuff, content. So a lot of the sugar daddies I've had haven't actually lived where I live, so I couldn't even actually meet these guys. It was mostly guys that I was talking to online. We had a long distance arrangement, and he would give me money and I would give him, videos of me doing this. We would have phone calls, video chat. Being a sugar baby is a lot like being in, any other romantic relationship. It's give and take. Your give and take in your relationship might be he pays all the bills, you cook and clean. my give and take in a sugar baby relationship might be I dress a certain way, keep my hair and nails done for him, look nice, and have sex with him whenever he wants. And he pays for me to dress how he wants me to and get my hair done how he wants me to and my nails done, as well as giving me an allowance. So a lot of people look down on, sugar babies because they're like, oh, you're having sex for money with some old guy? You have sex with your boyfriend so he keeps the lights on. What's the difference? That being said, being a long distance sugar baby requires you to have a lot of content, and it requires you to be willing to make content. So being a sugar baby is by no means for women who just want to be showered with gifts because they're pretty. Most sugar babies actually have to put in some effort. Okay, you're actually gonna have to probably have sex with this guy or FaceTime him while you're doing whatever, or just make him happy and he'll make you happy. Give, take, give, take. Simple. So don't try to find a sugar daddy, or don't get involved with a guy who might potentially be a sugar daddy knowing that you're not willing to hold up the end of the bargain that he wants from you. If you want to just not have to have sex with a guy and he gives you stuff, then just get married. That's what straight people do. Like, a lot of girls joke about, well, I want a sugar daddy, but I don't want to give him any sugar. Okay, well, then you don't want a sugar daddy. Plain and simple. Don't say things like that, because for one, you're discrediting sex workers who actually do put in a lot of work and, grind so they can make ends meet. Because I don't rely on my sex work to pay my bills or anything, but it is a nice little side income, and there are a lot of women who do rely on it to pay their bills for stuff. So don't discredit those women by saying, it's not real work, or that I want a sugar daddy and I don't want to put in any sugar, because that's not a thing, honey. Just you might be lucky, but most of the bitches that are in my DMs begging me to help them find a sugar daddy are not that lucky. So making and having content is really important. Being willing to do those things is really important. This line of work is not for lazy bitches or prude ass bitches, okay? You gotta be willing to do some real foul shit, okay? Not saying that every guy you meet that might be a sugar daddy is gonna want you to do some foul shit. Not saying that you're ever gonna have to do that foul shit, but you have to be willing. You have to understand that there is some potential that you might be asked to do some weird shit. If a guy wants to tie me up and put a butt plug in me for $1,000, that's his business and mine and my bank accounts. All you bitches want to hate on me for that? That's your broke ass business. And just like you have to be willing to make content, you might have to be willing to, be the bitch with the butt plug up her ass tied up for some money. If you want to be a sugar baby, you gotta put yourself out there like that. You can't, just give a little nip slip and think you're gonna get 10 grand off it. Nobody cares. We can find nipples anywhere, baby. A man, a sugar daddy, he wants what he wants, and that's why he's paying you. If you don't give it to him, some other girl will, like me. But again, I just can't stress this enough, that to be a sugar baby, you have to give some sugar. 99% of the girls that are sugar babies are not just getting this money because they're pretty. Yeah, being pretty helps, because I'm pretty sure most guys aren't gonna want to spoil some girl they find unattractive. They want some arm candy to look how they want them to look, talk how they want them to talk. In exchange, you get all your bills paid. So don't try to get into this line of work if that's not you. I don't think I could be a doctor or an astronaut or a mechanic, so I'm not going to try to get into those lines of work just for the money. Okay, another thing I want to talk about before I get into online content is full service sex work. So if you're a sugar baby and you're already going out getting screwed for money by one guy who takes care of you, then the concept of escorting and sex working should not be unfamiliar for you. And even if it is new territory and it's something that you want to get into, that's why I'm here to help. The most important thing about full service sex work for me is that I am safe and I am comfortable. Now, there's a lot, I've had guys offer me, $50 for sex. I've had guys offer me thousands of dollars for sex. And, everything in between. I've had guys want me to give them the works for $50. I've had guys who just wanted me to sit and chat with them for $100. So it all varies, but you need to do what's best for you and what you're most comfortable with. I don't do much full service sex work since I have an OnlyFans and a Pornhub and all that, and I can make money off that. But a lot of people have approached me wanting to be my partner or my co-star for my OnlyFans because they think just because I fuck on camera that I'll fuck anybody, and that's not true. So to deter people from asking me, I've gone back to charging, and my rates start at $200. So $200 gets you a basic package, but it's worth every penny, trust me. Never had one unsatisfied customer, and I've had guys who I charged them one rate and they paid me double afterwards because it was that great. But if you're not, familiar with this line of work, you're not comfortable with it, you think maybe you want to do it for the money, it's probably just best that you steer clear of it, because don't do anything you're not comfortable with. Don't sell out yourself just for money, because it's not worth it. That $500 might seem great now, but if you think you're going to be repulsed with yourself every time you go out and do something like this, then just don't do it. This is optional. This is voluntary. Don't do anything that's making you unhappy. Don't do anything that's making you uncomfortable. I love sex. Sex is great. I have sex for free all the time. But sometimes I don't want to have sex for free. Or sometimes I have someone demanding that I have sex with them, and I don't want to have sex with them that much. So I just tell them, hey, for $200 you can get this. For $500 you can get a lot more. And for $1,000, well, you'll see. My rates are my rates because I wouldn't say I'm a professional, like I don't have a license to fuck, but I've been doing sex work since I was 18 and I'm very experienced. Whereas if I'm a man, I'm not going to be charging, I'm not going to be paying $1,000 to sleep with some 19-year-old who's, 2 dicks shy of being a virgin. So it's, I don't want to compare me, doing sex work to a very crude analogy, but it's like buying a car. You're going to pay more for the car with all, the specs and the add-ons and all this and the customization versus what you would pay for just the base model, right? So, not the best example I could use, but give it some thought. Anyway, moving on. Also, that might raise the question of where can I meet clientele or guys willing to pay me for sex? Just because I know I will go on Tinder and I'll get to talking with the guy and I'll get horny. I'll go over his house and sleep with him for free if the vibe is right. So knowing I can make money off of this is easy money to me. So a lot of people want to do this because it's easy money, but they don't know where to find anyone to pay them for this. If you get on some dating apps, you get on, Kick and try to find a chat with people that are local, like if you live in a major city, like I live in St. Louis, so I just attach STL to something and try to find a local group chat. You get on dating apps and, curve men long enough or advertise that you're a sex worker or, just put yourself out there where you can meet local people, but you don't have to physically meet them just in case. Like, you don't have to go to the library and put up flyers that you're selling pussy, So trust me, you put it out there that you're a sex worker, there are men who are willing. You'll find them. Don't just be subtle. Like in my bio, I say verbatim, it says, what does it say? well, not verbatim, but something along the lines of, I have OnlyFans, I have Premium Snap, don't like it, I'll be wiping my tears with all the money I make. That's because I'm not putting that on there to get clients. I'm putting that on there to be transparent, because it's still a dating app, and not every guy wants to date a girl who's a sex worker. Fine by me, no skin off my back, but it also works as a great means of promotion. So put it out there that you're a sex worker, just mingle with the locals. Eventually, if someone knows that you out here fucking, somebody gonna want to pay you for it if you turn them down the first time. Now, being a sugar baby is not the only kind of sex work that exists. I also make online content. That is most of what I do, just because I feel like I can just make videos with one guy or by myself in the comfort of my own home and not have to deal with the headache of some man telling me what to do, trying to control me, all this just for some money. I can make the same amount of money I make on OnlyFans that I could getting a sugar daddy with a fraction of the effort. It's way easier, trust and believe me. Now, a lot of girls have been coming to me asking me for advice on how they can get some success on OnlyFans. And the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is that this is not for everyone. Every girl sees that this girl or the next girl is making thousands and thousands of dollars a month by, just playing with her toys or making a couple videos with her boyfriend. But that girl also most likely has 100K on Instagram or 30K on Twitter, and she already had the audience to build up her fan base on OnlyFans. So it's not just for every up-and-coming sex worker to get into, because that's how the website gets oversaturated. I've been doing this for 2 months. I'm in the top 18% of creators. Why? Because that bottom 80% or however much is filled with girls who think that they can just hop on the website, post a bunch of videos, make their shit $10 a month, and they're gonna get, hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, I have 40,000 followers on Instagram. I had a small fan base before this, and it's just what I do. So of course this came naturally to me. Of course I'll have some mild success just because I already had, a demand for something like this. Your 200 followers, most of them being your close friends and family members, there's probably not going to be much of a demand for seeing you diddle yourself for $10 a month. Okay? So it's not for everyone. And just because you get on there and make an account and you think you have the greatest content in the world, it means nothing if you cannot build your audience. So it's easier for some people to build their audience because I already had an audience, and some girls are not having as much success as they hope to have because they don't have an audience. But baby, it's called OnlyFans. If you don't have any fans, you're not going to be successful. But it's not impossible to build your fan base. Yeah, most of my fans came from the following I already had on social media, but I've also been able to gain a lot through other ways too. So I'm going to give some. So first, I recommend having active social media accounts and having a lot of them. I have Instagram, YouTube, 2 Snapchats, 2 Twitters, Reddit, lots of different things that I can promote myself on. So that is the first big step. You can't put yourself out there if you're just posting on your Instagram or posting on your Snapchat story. I highly recommend making a Twitter account because you can post porn on Twitter and they won't take it down. It's not like Instagram where it's going to get taken down immediately and you can't ever post sexual content. No, Twitter is a free-for-all, and so is Reddit. So I would recommend making a Twitter account and a Reddit account, because posting censored clips and censored videos on Instagram or Facebook, yeah, you might get a lot of views on your Instagram page, but at the same time, it's easier to get, someone to subscribe if they can see what they're paying for versus a censored photo, So I have 2 Twitter accounts. I have one where I post, personal tweets and, just my random Twitter account. And then I have a Twitter account specifically for posting my content. And Twitter is great. A lot of people don't know how to use it though, so that's why a lot of people stay away from it. But it's not that hard to use. One thing I can recommend for having some success on sharing your content on Twitter is trying to find other content makers, other creators who post similar things as you, and messaging them, be like, hey, how much would it be for you to retweet this? Do you charge anything? Because a lot of these girls, they're not going to just retweet it out of the kindness of their heart. You might have to pay $5, $10, but that retweet could get you hundreds of retweets, hundreds of followers, and at least several dozen more fans. So if I pay a girl $10 to retweet my tweet, that gets 1,000 retweets. Out of that 1,000 retweets, 100 people followed me. Out of that 100 people, 70 people subscribed. And now I just made $70. I'm sorry, not 70, $49. My account is $7 a month. I just made that $49 off $10. It's an investment. Yeah, $39 isn't that huge of a profit, but you still have more fans that you can sell more content to. They might turn on auto billing, so you could have them, subscribing for months and months and months, continuously making money off of them. You could sell pay-per-view content, so you could just go in their messages, DM them, be like, hey, got this video, not posting it on my page though, you can only see it here, $3. That's what I do. But let me get back to my point here. Social media, very important. Have lots of accounts, post on them frequently, post on them often, but I would not recommend giving too much. Like on my Snapchat, Twitter, and Pornhub account, I will post some pictures, or I'll post a little 20-second, 30-second clip from a 5-10 minute video just to get people interested. And then I have a Pornhub account, I'll post 20-30-second clips on there, and then in the comments, link my OnlyFans. Yeah, that 20-30 seconds might be enough for some people, but a lot of people are going to want to see the full video. So you get more subscribers. And Pornhub is totally free to sign up for, and it's super easy to get verified on there. Getting verified will most likely, give you a boost in content, like, oh, this person's real. The only thing though is that if you have a partner in your videos, they have to verify their identity as well, or else you cannot monetize that video. Personally, I don't care about monetizing my videos on Pornhub because I only get 5% anyway, and I make way more off OnlyFans than I do on there. And I don't feel like going through the trouble of making every guy I have sex with send me a photo of his ID and verifying with this is so-and-so with Pornhub just to get 5% off the ad revenue. It's not a lot, and that they have to make money off that ad revenue before you do. Them just posting ads doesn't necessarily make them money. So Pornhub has to make money before you can even make money, and even then it's not a lot. So I don't care. Anyways, I'm way off topic. Reddit is also another really helpful social media because not only can you post adult content on there without having it censored, but you can find subreddits that are within your niche. So I'm currently in 2 subreddits for OnlyFans users. So that helps me find people who want to subscribe. I can put my more samples out there to find more people who want to pay for it. And it's all win-win, Some guy might get, some nudes for free. Whatever, no big deal. You win some, you lose some. Do not go into this thinking every single person who shows interest in your nudes or your clips is going to subscribe. They're not. If I had a 100% subscriber rate for like every time I sent someone like a clip or a sample or whatever, I would be rolling in it, baby. But that's unrealistic. I try to be realistic. Also, I have a premium Snapchat. Now, I don't really do much selling on this Snapchat. What I do is post it on my dating apps that I use in my bio. I put my personal Snapchat in my premium Snapchat, so you have a choice. And I add everybody back on there. I'll list all my socials in the description. So if you want to follow me on any of my socials, you'll have them in the description. But I add everyone back on my premium Snapchat. That way they can chat with me, ask me any questions. They might not want to sign up for my OnlyFans yet because they have some questions for me, and it gives them a way to talk to me. The only thing is I don't really check it a lot because I use my personal Snapchat more, and I don't charge people for anything on there. I mostly use it as a means of promotion, because if I make a Tinder account and like 500 people swipe on me, at least 100 of those people are going to read my bio, and maybe about 50 or so are going to notice the premium snap, and a handful of those will actually go add me. I'll add them back. That's the only way you can see anything that I post. And then on every post, I link my OnlyFans. I get maybe 1 or 2 new subscribers every time I post, and I don't post every day. I post like once or twice a week on there, just because I just don't log in enough. And I don't have another device to log into Snapchat on. If I did, I would use that, be logged into both at all times. But I care more about my personal Snapchat, talking to my friends, than I care about promoting my OnlyFans for a bunch of broke dudes that tried to match with me on Tinder, but I didn't swipe on them. Because that's like, most of the guys that are on my premium Snapchat are guys that I didn't swipe right on Tinder. And so they were like, well, let me add a premium snap. Then she'll talk to me. Yeah, I'll talk to you about business and business only. And if you're asking me, oh, you need any partners? Let's make a video. I'll block you. I don't need any partners. I have 1 partner and 1 backup. I do not like sleeping around with several dozens of men just to make content. That's how you get STDs. I don't want an STD. And that's another thing. Don't be out here sleeping around. Don't be out here having unprotected sex with people you don't trust, all for the name of content. It's not worth it. You know, your health and your safety and your sanity is worth more than any amount of money. Okay, now I'm just going to summarize everything I touched on with the social medias. Twitter is great. Make a Twitter account. Try to find some people who will retweet your content. Reddit is great. Make a Reddit account. Post in subreddits that have to do with what you're looking for, as in you're wanting a sugar daddy or you're wanting to promote your OnlyFans. Anyway, Snapchat is great. You can post it on your social media bios, or I'm sorry, not your social media, your dating app bios, and then get a bunch of desperate ass men to swipe on you and find your premium snap and add it. And there's another means of promotion. So these are all just some great tips for girls who don't have a big audience like me, but need ways to promote their OnlyFans. Okay, so now that I've covered some ways that you can promote your OnlyFans, I have to cover some ways that you can, stay relevant and, keep your subscribers wanting more and ensure that they keep on auto billing so you make the most buck for your bang, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the hardest part about, making money on OnlyFans is getting subscribers and getting them to stay. A lot of people will subscribe for 1 month and then they'll turn off auto billing, and then you've made 1 month of content or like 1 month of revenue off of them while they've gotten a month's worth of content. So if you build up, you don't need a lot of fans to make a lot of money. If you have like 100 fans and it's $10 an hour, why do I keep saying dollars an hour? If you have 100 fans and you're charging $10 a month for your subscription and they all stay, like those 100 fans all have on auto billing, that's $1,000 a month. I mean, they do take out taxes, so you're probably going to be making like $800 a month. But still, that's a lot of money off 100 people. But it can be difficult trying to figure out how to get your subscribers to keep auto billing on and stay subscribed. So here's some things that I do. 1, you have to post every day, and you have to post something fresh, something good. I post at least once a day, and if I don't have a video to post, I have several nudes that I have on retainer that I can post if I don't have any videos to post. And I try not to post videos every day just because I like to spread that content out, give them something to look forward to. If I'm posting videos every single day, then 1, it's really not cost effective to do that. Like, think of how much a 10-minute video is worth on its own. And think about how for 1 subscriber, you're getting $5-10 a month from them, and you post videos every day of that month. That's 30 videos they're getting for $10. So yeah, OnlyFans is not cost cost effective either way if you're posting every day and now they've got 5 videos and 20 pictures and they only gave you $10. So either way, it's not cost effective. But if you can get them to stay, then you'll make more money off of them. So posting every single day, at least once a day, doesn't have to be a video, doesn't have to be anything too crazy. Just take a picture of your tits. Like, just take a picture of your pussy. Just get some good lighting, get a good backdrop, make sure it's clean, make sure it looks cute, and post that. They'll eat it up. Trust me, they will. So posting every day, spreading your content out, that isn't a good way to keep your subscribers subscribed. I also recommend utilizing the pay-per-view feature. So sometimes I'll post a video and the video will be 5 minutes, but I leave maybe 1 minute of the video out. Why? So I can send it as pay-per-view. If I say, hey, I'm posting a new video and it's going to be 4 minutes long, but I cut this scene out and you can only see it here in your messages if you pay $3 to unlock it, then a lot of people are actually going to pay for it. I mean, maybe not half your following, maybe way less than that, but still, you're going to post this video anyway, and then just take a clip out and then send it to all your fans and say, hey, new video on the way. Here's a preview, never before seen. Not going to post it. You can only see it here, but you got to pay for it. And I do that, and I send it for like $3 because that's the least amount you can send it for. I don't want to charge too much, especially if they're already paying for a subscription and it's just a 1 minute clip. Well, that's $3 for 1 minute of action. Some people, it might be worth it. I know what I'll be doing. It's worth it. But at the same time, you don't want to charge too much because that's going to turn people off. That's going to make people not even want to stay subscribed, let alone buy extra content. So I send a message out. What I do is, hey, got some exclusive, never before seen content. You can only see it here. And I got the rest of the video coming on the way. So make sure you turn on auto billing so you don't miss it. That's the key. Remind them to turn on auto billing. Tell them you have new content coming on the way. And a lot of people, like, if you send this out, you get a big, clump of fans in one day, maybe April 15th. And it's May 14th. A lot of them are, not going to have their subscription in a day because they didn't turn on auto billing. You send that out then, that a lot of them are going to turn it on so they don't miss your new video. Big brain time. So pay-per-view and posting a lot can help keep your subscribers. Another thing I like to do is send free trials. Now, a lot of you may not want to send free trials just because you don't want to get some guy that's, watching all your videos and then he doesn't pay for them. But it's no big deal. You win some, you lose some, but giving out 100 free trials opens you up to maybe 30 more subscribers. And yeah, that's not, that ratio is kind of messed up, but at the same time, those are 30 new subscribers you didn't have before that you didn't really have to do much to get them. So you're already posting this content and you're just giving it away for free. And you don't have to give away a free trial for 30 days. I give away a free trial. I send them the link. The link expires in 3 days, meaning if they don't, sign up for it within 3 days, their free trial will expire. And then the trial lasts 3 days. So either way, if they sign up on day 1 or day 3, the trial lasts 3 days from when they started it. And so that's long enough for them to go through my profile, get a taste, for them to message me, tell me they like my content. And then day 2, send out a pay-per-view video, say, hey, don't forget to turn on auto billing. And then a bunch of people do it. And I've made, my money back on them within a few days. So you do the math. Now, a lot of people also come to me because they're not sure what to post. And I can tell you right now, nobody wants to see fully clothed pictures of you in your cosplay outfits or whatever for $15 a month. There might be some people who are willing to do that, but trust me, you're not going to be bringing in $1K a month, $2K a month, $100K a year off of it. You can just post that wherever. it's not worth paying for. Most people sign up for OnlyFans so they can view adult content. So if you're not posting adult content, don't think you're going to have a lot of success, especially if you're one of the girls who signed up for it knowing they only have 4,000 followers on social media and none of them have ever shown an interest in this kind of thing. They don't have a demand for anybody's asking them to make an OnlyFans or anything like that. Then they make one and don't even post shit that anybody wants to see. So yeah, if you're gonna be that kind of girl, I wish you the best of luck. It may be lucrative for you, but it's not for most people. So I just wouldn't recommend doing that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up and touch on one more thing, and that is pricing. I'm going to talk about pricing for your OnlyFans as well as just standalone content that you might sell on some other social media like Snapchat, Kick, wherever. So, if you are just starting out on OnlyFans, I know it might be tempting to set it as $10 a month because you want to make as much money as possible, but baby, who in their right mind is paying $10 a month to see 2 videos and 5 pictures of a girl they don't even know? I can get people to pay $10 a month for mine. I don't, because I think that's a little expensive. I will raise it in the future, but I'm raising it gradually. I'm not going to just go from 5 to 10 overnight. That's ridiculous. Just like Netflix raised their prices gradually, so will I. I just got to get people interested, invested, got to want them to, want my content enough to be willing to pay for that. Nobody's going to, stumble across your account, not know what you're posting on there, and then pay $10 for it for what could be anything. It could just be you in a cheerleading costume and not even naked. Like, bitch, we want to see some titties. So when I first started, I made mine $4.99 because that is the cheapest you could do it, and I was just starting. I didn't have a lot of content posted, so why would I want to make it expensive if I don't have much to give people? So over time, as I posted more content and have stuff more available on my page, now I have like 20 something pictures, over 18 or something videos. I'm not sure, I'd have to check. How about you go subscribe and tell me? I have enough content to where it would be worth $10 an hour, but mine is still just $7 an hour. I'm going to raise it to $8 pretty soon just because I'm posting more content. The stuff is really good. I think I'm worth it. So set your price to whatever you think you're worth, but don't get too crazy because a lot of girls will charge like $20 a month and be confused as to why they only have 2 subscribers every month. Because who's paying $20 to see your 5 pictures? You'll make your money, you'll be successful, but don't start out too greedy or else it's not going to end well for you. It's wise to price based on the amount of content you have. So yeah, if you've got 100 videos and 500 pictures, then yeah, that's worth $20 a month. But if you're just starting out and you have maybe 10 pictures and 2 videos, that's not worth $10-15 a month. It's not, okay? Like, you got to think these people are paying for this every month if they have auto billing on, and they want their money's worth just like you do. Would you pay $13 a month for Netflix if there was only 10 movies on there? Definitely not. Okay, just one more thing. A lot of girls come to me asking me about what they should price their nudes for. Like, say you get on Kick and you found a Kick chat for selling nudes, pay for play, sugar daddies, whatever, and you found someone to buy nudes from you and you're not sure what to set your prices as. Be realistic. That's all I can say. Like, I have the clout, so to speak, to charge $10 a picture if somebody wants just a full body nude picture of me. I have the clout, I have the pull to do that. Am I going to do that? No, because it's just one picture. It's not even a physical picture, it's a digital picture. Like, he can't frame this. You can't touch it. He can't hold it up to his face and think about it before he goes to sleep so he can dream about me. It's just on his phone. Why would he pay $10 for one picture? Maybe for a bundle, but just one picture? No. So you guys need to be realistic with your prices. I've seen so many girls telling me, like, showing me their price list, and I've seen people like charge like $20 for a 1-minute video. Like, are you crazy? I wouldn't pay $20 for 1 minute of anything. So please be realistic with your prices. I would recommend pricing your pictures from $1 to $5 for individual photos, depending on what the photos are of. So that can range from anywhere between fully clothed to lingerie to fully naked. Just think about what you would want to pay for if you were someone buying nudes and videos. Think about, especially if they're buying bundles. Like, be willing to give them discounts if they're buying multiple pieces. Like, if you sell your pictures for $3 a piece and somebody wants to buy 5 for $15, be like, hey, I'll throw in 2 more for $20, Or if someone wants to buy a video of you doing whatever and you charge like $10 for a 5-minute video of whatever, which is kind of cheap. 5 minutes is a long time to be doing anything for any man on camera, so I would say at least 15. But anyways, that's not the point. If he wants 10 minutes, charge him 25 instead of 30. So things like that. Don't be too greedy, because in my experience, a lot of your loyal customers are your repeat customers. If someone likes your prices, likes your content, you're engaging with them, they're gonna be willing to come back to you. Most guys don't want to have to buy from 50, 60 different girls every time they want some news, or you want a phone call or want a FaceTime. So if you treat your customers right, they will be loyal to you. Trust me. I've made thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars off guys because I gave them a great service and they decided to be loyal to me as a customer, as a client. So, give, take, like I was saying. So just be reasonable with your pictures. For something like, if it's a video that a guy requested and he has a special request, depending on the request, if it's not like a baseline video of you doing this or you doing that, if he has a special request, yeah, tack on a little more for that special request. Like, if he wants a video of you, just flicking the bean, then that's just a baseline video. I'd say, depending on how long it is, like if it's like 3 minutes, charge him like $10. But if he wants you to, flick the bean with the TV remote or some shit like that, stick a broom up there, I don't know, guys ask for some weird stuff, then tack on an extra $5 for the inconvenience fee. So yeah, just be smart about your pricing. Don't overcharge people, because I would much rather have a lot of customers paying a small fee than a few customers paying a large fee, because which group is going to make you more money? A lot of customers. Exactly. But thank you guys again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope that you guys go out there and you make sure that you are safe and responsible before anything. Like I said, if you are a minor, this is not for you. Watch it in the future when you're 18. Save it, bookmark it for your 18th birthday. But if you're a minor, this isn't for you. You better stay in school. Have a great day.